Hello, how's it going, guys? My name is David Santiago Perez, and today we're going to talk about basic semantic relations. Alright, so what are semantic relations? Semantic relations are categorizations of ideas, that is, meanings, that are expressed as words relate to each other. When we talk about semantic relations, we are talking about networks of meaning. So, meaning here is the most important aspect of this lecture because we're talking about semantic relations. So we have a couple of semantic relations. There are 11. Now let's start with what is paraphrase. Paraphrase is when a sentence expresses the same meaning as opposed to other. Let's say I had lunch and I ate my meal. Those express the same idea. That is paraphrasing. Okay. We also have entailment or implication. That is when a sentence entails a necessary consequence of another sentence. For example, the cat is hungry. The cat eats. So you see there's an implication of consequence. One leads to the second one. That is entailment or implication. We also have inclusion. That is when we derive a meaning from one sentence to another. Let's say I like vegetables. That means I like tomatoes. This one is unidirectional. That means it can only go one direction. I cannot say I like tomatoes, therefore I like vegetables. So it goes only one way. Alright. There's also contradiction. If one is true, the following statement is false. So, for example, I am poor, I have no money. That is pretty simple. Anomaly. So when something does not make sense in the real world, let's say the dogs married. That is not possible in the real world. So it's called an anomaly. There's also lexical ambiguity. That is when you can find more than one meaning in a sentence. Let's say my old friend. That can mean that I have an old friend in age, or I have someone that I met a long time ago. There's also denotation, that is also called connotation, and that is when words or sentences denote alternative meanings. For example, lazy can denote someone fat. Blue, if I say blue, there's also a connotation of the sky. So when a word makes you think of something else, that is a denotation. There's also polysemy, that is when a word has another meaning in a different context. For example, party as in a political group, or party as social gathering. It depends on the context. Homonymy, that is when two words sound and are written the same but have different meanings. For example, a bank and a bank. A bank as in the land alongside water, and bank as in a financial institution. There's also metonymy, that is when a word denotes a part of a whole. So a week to a month, a minute to an hour. There's also presupposition, and that is when everything that it's assumed beforehand. Here is assumed, I'm sorry. And for example, we have my lecture was boring. I am supposing, well, there was a teacher, of course, because you had a lecture. I am also supposing that you're not alone, so there was a group. Those are called presuppositions. And that's it for today. This is my only reference. It's called The Linguistic Structure of Modern English. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.